Now, to load the AngularJS application, there is a website called angularjs.org. You have to go there and download the required minifile.js file, and from there we can start our development in AngularJS. So for that, we need to go to this site angularjs.org. Okay, so in this site there are various options like view on GitHub and then download whatever the beta file or the stable one files. So in view on GitHub tab, if you'll click on this, you'll go to the GitHub site. From here you'll see that there are various lots of different type of development works are available. So if you have to dig into those kind of details, then you can go here and download the source code and you can dig into the details of this AngularJS files. But just to learn this, I would recommend go to this download tab, and here you can see that there are various options here. Like first one is the branch, okay, where you have the stable one and the latest one. So my recommendation will be to go to the stable one files, from where you will not get any difficulties. Okay, and then you have minified file, uncompressed file, zip file. You have various options here to get the different kind of files. So I would recommend you to go to the stable one and then minified file. The third one is CDN network link, which is the content delivery network link. You can directly include this link to your JS file and you can start working your learning point of this AngularJS. So my recommendation will be to download this 1.3.x stable, which is the current version, and then the minified file of this JS file. So just download it like this, and after downloading this file you will get your file inside the file folder in which you are setting up your application. So this one will be your angularjs.minified file. From here you are done. Now we have to create our HTML file in which you will include this angular min.js file. So for that you just go and create an HTML file. So I'll use a notepad for the development work. So here this is the file, and as a standard HTML template you have this HTML template where you have HTML tag, then head, then closing of head, again you have a body, and then you have a closing body tag. Now inside this head tag we'll include our JavaScript AngularJS file. So will be like this. I was going to include the CSS file, so I just have to include the JavaScript, which is src, and then here we have to close this. Here we have to provide AngularJS.js file. So now we have included our JavaScript file to this HTML file. It means that your AngularJS minified file is included in your HTML file. So we'll test this, that how you will get assured that your AngularJS file has been loaded to your HTML file. For this we'll just do a test from this file. This is hello world. Just have to remove this from AngularJS. Okay, I would like to test this with the HTML file. So I'm going to my folder, and here I am giving it a name as demo.html. Better, I would like to save it as demo1.html file, and then we'll go to this place and then I will run this demo file. So here you can see that this is a simple HTML file, but this is not from AngularJS. Okay, so for that we will go to this place and we will bind this whole lot of text inside this variable, and we will see, and we'll give a colon here like this, and then let's save it and then again run it and see where I am. Okay, so I would like to run this HTML file on Chrome, as it gives me a better debugging skill and debugging way to debug that whatever I have written for this. Oops, I have made this hello world spelling corrected, and now this is. So now what you can see in the browser, that this is a simple HTML. So you can see this, whatever curly braces I have mentioned, it coming into the body of this HTML file. So this is straightforward saying that this is an HTML part, this is not the AngularJS part. Okay, so for this what I have to do, I have included this script file to my HTML file, but it is not yet initialized. So for that I have to mention a bootstrap directive which actually loads your AngularJS app to this HTML file. So now let's test it, and yes, there you are. You can see that your curly braces has gone, and you have now given this as a variable. So what this curly braces means, two curly braces, so whatever you will keep inside this curly braces, that will be treated as a variable. Okay, so now to test that whether whatever you are writing here is correctly binded or not, so we'll get input type here and we'll bind this to the variable whatever we want. So this is an input element, and then we'll have ng model, and inside this we'll have a variable name called, suppose, message text, and we'll close this off, and then we'll try to bind this variable. So there you are. So now let's check it out, what happened here. So just refresh it, and you have got a text input here, and this text is empty because we have binded this text input with this variable. Okay, so whatever you will inside here, like Rahul, I have typed, whatever you have typed inside the text input, that will get binded with this variable, with whatever we have defined here, like this is message text. So ng model is a data thing in AngularJS, which whatever you will define a name, and wherever you bind with that a variable inside your HTML file, that will get actually reflect your whatever data you will provide to the HTML file, and that will give reflect here. This shows me that whole lot of code that your AngularJS file has been loaded inside your application. So this is just a demo for initializing your development work with AngularJS.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.